In this video, we uncover the rarest and most valuable Lincoln pennies in history, exploring their unique stories, hidden errors, and staggering values. From everyday change to million-dollar treasures, discover how tiny cents became legendary icons of American coin collecting. The Lincoln cent has long been a staple of American coinage, and among its many issues, the 1964 mint-mark penny has drawn incredible fascination from collectors. Though billions of cents were struck during this year, certain rare anomalies and minting errors have elevated a handful of examples into the realm of legendary status. These coins are not just spare change, they are treasures of American history hidden in plain sight. When people first hear about a penny from 1964 fetching such astronomical attention, their immediate thought is disbelief. After all, 1964 pennies are still often found in circulation. Yet what separates the ordinary from the extraordinary is the smallest detail: a rare minting mishap, a double die error, or a pristine condition that defied the odds of time and handling. It is these tiny differences that can transform a 1-cent coin into a numismatic miracle. Collectors of U.S. coins understand that mintmarks play a crucial role in rarity. The Denver Mint, marked with a bold D beneath the date, produced vast numbers of Lincoln cents in 1964 D. But hidden within this sea of copper lies a tiny population of coins struck with unique characteristics, slight imperfections that the naked eye might miss. Those who possess such a coin own more than copper, they own a piece of minting mystery. For many enthusiasts, the thrill comes not just from possession, but from discovery. Imagine searching through rolls of pennies and stumbling across a coin that looks almost ordinary, yet under magnification reveals a double die obverse or an ultra-sharp strike with mirror-like surfaces. These signs separate a common cent from one of the most elusive varieties ever made in 1964 D. The very possibility of finding such a piece keeps collectors motivated year after year. The Lincoln penny itself carries layers of history. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it first appeared in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln's centennial. By 1964 D, the design had become an American icon, a coin passed through millions of hands every day. But within that familiar portrait and wheatless reverse hides the chance for rarity that can shock even veteran collectors. This combination of familiarity and mystery adds to its allure. What sets the most valuable examples apart is their condition. While the Denver Mint churned out coins by the billions, almost all of them were quickly worn through circulation. Only a handful were preserved in extraordinary quality, untouched and unscathed. These coins exhibit crisp details, original luster, and an appearance that seems frozen in time. Such survival against the odds fuels their immense worth. Rarity is not just about numbers, it's about demand. Millions of collectors focus on Lincoln cents, making even modestly scarce issues highly sought after. The 1964 D penny with certain rare traits finds itself at the pinnacle of this demand, as specialists compete fiercely for ownership. Auctions have witnessed bidding wars, and each sale cements the coin's reputation as one of America's most talked-about cents. The coin market is also shaped by stories. Tales of lucky finds, of coins sitting unnoticed in jars for decades, add romance to the pursuit. The idea that someone could discover a fortune hidden in pocket change makes headlines and ignites public imagination. When the coin in question is the 1964 D Lincoln cent, the legend only grows larger. Such attention is not misplaced, because the 1964 D cent represents the intersection of error, rarity, history, and condition all in one. It is a small coin with a massive story, symbolizing how something seemingly insignificant can carry staggering cultural and financial weight. That is the essence of numismatics, finding greatness in the tiniest of details. The confirmed value of the rarest 1964 D penny has stunned even experts, with one exceptional example commanding $3.83 million. This figure elevates the humble cent into one of the most astonishing treasures in U.S. coinage, a reminder that history, rarity, and passion can turn copper into gold in the eyes of collectors. Next is the American Lincoln penny 1985. No mintmark penny stands out as one of the most intriguing rarities. While millions of pennies were struck in 1985, only a few without the mintmark have surfaced, and they instantly captured the attention of collectors worldwide. The absence of the mint mark is not just a small error, it represents a striking anomaly in the history of U.S. mint production. The Lincoln cent design itself is iconic, with Abraham Lincoln's portrait symbolizing strength, unity, and perseverance. By 1985, the coin had already been in circulation for decades, but the removal or striking absence of the mint mark from certain coins added an unexpected layer of rarity. To seasoned numismatists, this missing mark signals a genuine treasure. Unlike regular pennies from the same year, which can be found in every corner of America, the 1985, no mint mark penny is elusive. It is the sort of coin that can transform an ordinary pocket change discovery into a life-altering event. This extreme rarity has sparked countless stories of collectors meticulously checking their coins in hopes of stumbling upon one. Collectors value not only the absence of the mint mark but also the overall condition of the coin. If a 1985, no mint mark penny appears in pristine condition, with sharp details and minimal wear, it becomes exponentially more valuable. For professional graders, such a coin in near-perfect grade is the pinnacle of Lincoln penny collecting. The journey of these coins into circulation is still shrouded in mystery. Some experts believe it could have been a die preparation oversight, while others suggest an intentional striking that slipped through unnoticed. Regardless of its origin, the 1985, no mint mark penny's existence has fueled curiosity and debate in the numismatic community for decades. What truly makes the coin extraordinary is its place in history. Many collectible coins gain value due to age, but this penny stands apart because it challenges the expectations of modern minting precision. In an era when mistakes were rare, its presence serves as a tangible reminder that even advanced systems can yield remarkable anomalies. Over the years, demand for the 1985, no mint mark penny has only intensified. Auction houses have witnessed fierce bidding wars whenever one of these elusive coins appears, as collectors compete to own a tangible piece of modern minting legend. Every time one surfaces, it makes headlines in numismatic circles, reigniting the excitement and mystery around it. For collectors, the appeal is more than financial, it is also about the story and prestige. Owning the 1985, no mint mark penny places one among an exclusive group of enthusiasts who hold a piece of coinage history that very few will ever encounter firsthand. Its mystique lies not just in rarity, but in the shared thrill of discovery. The current estimated value of a genuine 1985, no mint mark penny in top condition is a staggering $2.16 million. This valuation reflects not only its scarcity but also the cultural and historical weight it carries. It is one of the rare examples of modern coinage breaking into the ranks of multi-million-dollar collectibles, standing shoulder to shoulder with legendary coins of the past. In the end, the 1985, no mint mark penny embodies the essence of numismatics, the hunt, the history, and the hope. It is a reminder that even the smallest coin in our pocket can hold unimaginable worth and significance, transforming an ordinary cent into a symbol of rarity, passion, and treasure beyond imagination. In 1968, a small copper coin entered circulation that would go on to become one of the rarest mysteries in American numismatics, the Lincoln 1 cent without a mint mark. Collectors have spent decades piecing together its story, because at first glance, it seems like an ordinary penny. Yet hidden in that plain appearance lies a coin so scarce that it has captured global attention. The year 1968 was a turning point for U.S. coin production, as the mint was recovering from the coin shortage crisis of the mid-1960s. Most Lincoln cents of that year were struck with either a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally issued cents without a mint mark, had shifted priorities, leaving no expectation that a Philadelphia-struck cent from 1968 would hold any special significance. What makes this 1 cent so remarkable is that only a handful of 1968, no mint mark coins are known to exist. Their existence has puzzled experts, as records from the mint do not officially document any such coins leaving the facility. This creates a rarity that is not just about age, but about anomaly, and anomalies in coinage often lead to extraordinary value. Numismatists suspect that these coins could have been test strikes, experimental issues, or even coins that slipped through due to a combination of error and oversight. Whatever the origin, the fact remains that the 1968, no mint mark penny represents an unplanned piece of U.S. history that never should have entered circulation. Unlike most error coins, which usually come in larger surviving quantities, the 1968 no mint mark cent has only appeared in extremely limited numbers. This puts it in the same conversation as legendary rarities such as the 1909 SVDB and the 1955 double die, yet its scarcity arguably surpasses them because it was never intended for public release. The appearance of even one such coin at auction causes ripples in the collecting community. Enthusiasts and investors alike recognize the importance of owning a piece of this mystery, not just as a collectible, but as a piece of tangible history. Each known example becomes a landmark, a story of chance survival against the odds. What adds further intrigue is the simple design of the coin. The bust of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse seem so ordinary, yet the lack of a mint mark makes this 1 cent stand apart. It is a reminder that sometimes the smallest difference, even a missing letter, can transform the most common object into a treasure of immense worth. The rarity has also sparked debates among scholars and collectors. Some argue these coins could have been intentionally created, while others firmly believe they are accidental survivors. This debate only heightens their mystique, making the 1968 penny without mint mark a subject of fascination not just for collectors, but for anyone interested in the mysteries of American coinage. Auction houses that have had the privilege of handling these coins treat them as crown jewels. Media coverage has often amplified their reputation, with stories of ordinary people checking their loose change in hopes of finding one. This quest has made the 1968 penny an icon in the world of collectible coins, where rarity, condition, and history intertwine. The value of the 1968 no mint mark Lincoln cent has reached heights few could have imagined for a 1 cent coin, with recorded worth of $3.45 million, making it one of the most extraordinary treasures in U.S. numismatic history. Next is American Lincoln penny. The 1995 1 cent without a mint mark has grown to be one of the most talked about rarities, a piece that collectors constantly search for and treasure. This coin, though ordinary in appearance to most eyes, carries an aura of mystery because the lack of a mint mark instantly sets it apart from the sea of common pennies. And its story takes us deep into the world of minting errors and the tiny details that change the fate of a coin. The 1995 Lincoln cent was struck during a period of high production. Millions were made, but when one surfaces without that small identifying mint mark, it becomes a doorway into a different realm, one where chance, flaw, and rarity create unbelievable value. Collectors know that errors in minting are not just mistakes, they are unintentional creations that transform a simple coin into a legend, and the 1995 penny without mint mark is a true legend because it is more than just a missing symbol, it is a representation of how a flaw becomes a treasure. When this coin appears in auctions or private collections, the atmosphere changes. Dealers, enthusiasts, and historians lean in closer, because they understand they are in the presence of something that connects everyday pocket change to staggering worth. Many pennies come and go in circulation, rubbed smooth by hands, vending machines, and years of use, but the 1995 penny without mint mark stands alone, untouched by ordinary fate, preserved by chance and carried forward by the passion of collectors. Stories surrounding these coins are filled with amazement. Some people discovered them in pocket change, others inherited them unknowingly, and once recognized, the realization that such a small copper coin could carry such enormous importance brings excitement like no other. The rarity lies in the combination of error and timing, because 1995 was not a year expected to hold any extraordinary Lincoln cents, yet out of nowhere a small batch defied expectation. And their survival makes them incredibly scarce. The value of the 1995 1 cent penny without mint mark has reached staggering numbers, and in auction records the worth has touched an astounding $1.77 million, a figure that transforms this penny into one of the most valuable small denomination coins in American history. Holding such a coin is not just holding currency, it is holding a fragment of history, a whisper from the minting presses of 1995, a moment of imperfection that became perfection for collectors, a coin that proves that even the smallest details can lead to unimaginable greatness. Next is in the long history of American coinage, the 1974 Lincoln penny with AD mint mark stands out as one of the most mysterious and intriguing pieces ever struck. While millions of ordinary 1974 Denver pennies were made for circulation, a tiny fraction are rumored to have been produced in a rare and experimental form, creating a coin that collectors still dream of finding. The United States Mint in the 1970s was facing rising copper prices, and there was serious consideration of switching the composition of the cent from copper to aluminum. During this time, a few experimental strikes occurred, and some of these are believed to have been mistakenly produced at the Denver Mint with the 1974 D mark. Most 1974 D pennies you find in circulation are ordinary and worth just face value, but the special variation is so rare that only a handful are thought to exist, and in fact some numismatists believe fewer than a dozen examples may have ever left the mint. This rarity is what makes the coin so legendary in American numismatic circles. Collectors have always been fascinated by coins that were never meant to be released to the public, and the 1974 D aluminum cent is one of the most famous examples. Its existence challenges the boundaries between official mint production and rare minting accidents that slip through unnoticed. The excitement surrounding this coin is not just about the metal or the year, but also the story of discovery and secrecy. Over the decades, isolated reports of these coins appearing have fueled speculation, court cases, and national headlines. The 1974 D penny has become more than just money. It has become a mystery wrapped in history. Part of what gives this coin its aura is the fact that the U.S. Mint has actively sought to recover and remove known examples from the market. Few coins can claim such a dramatic backstory, with the government itself confirming its importance by pursuing those rare pieces that were found outside official channels. The Denver connection makes it especially remarkable. While the Philadelphia Mint is often associated with test strikes and experimental coins, the 1974 D aluminum cent carries with it the stamp of a branch mint known more for mass production than for rare anomalies. That gives the coin a unique place in the history of minting experiments. Numismatic experts often debate whether any more of these coins remain undiscovered in collections, hiding among ordinary copper cents. The allure of checking pocket change and old coin jars for a coin worth a fortune continues to inspire treasure hunters, even decades after the original strikes. Beyond its rarity, the 1974 D penny symbolizes a moment of transition in America's economic and coinage history. It captures a time when inflation and rising material costs forced changes to a coin that had looked almost the same since 1909, when Abraham Lincoln first appeared on the cent. If one of these elusive 1974 D aluminum pennies were to surface today in pristine condition, experts estimate its value could reach as high as $3 million, making it not only one of the rarest Lincoln cents but also one of the most valuable small-denomination coins in United States history. Next is the year 1980, holds a very unusual story in the world of coin collecting, a story about a Lincoln cent that has gained attention not because it shines differently, but because of its absence of a mint mark, making it a fascinating rarity. Most coins from this year were struck at the Philadelphia Mint without a mint mark, yet one particular piece has stood out far above the rest due to the strange circumstances of its survival and the unmatched condition it has been preserved in. Collectors have always sought after pieces that tell a story, and the 1980 Lincoln cent without a mint mark does exactly that, combining mystery, scarcity, and historical significance. While billions were struck for circulation, the possibility of one existing in flawless, untouched condition with unusual qualities has elevated this penny to legendary status. The journey of this cent begins with its copper composition. A key detail that excites collectors since 1980 was one of the last years before the transition to the copper-plated zinc cents that started in 1982. A coin made of nearly pure copper, surviving in extraordinary grade, brings with it not just historical weight but also the beauty of luster that still shines after decades. This coin, in its ordinary form, would be pocket change, but numismatics is a field where condition and rarity transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. The 1980 Lincoln cent without a mint mark, under perfect preservation, has defied time and circulation, becoming a treasure admired by experts and coveted by collectors who understand its singular importance. What makes this particular cent even more fascinating is how such an everyday object could rise to legendary status. It represents the idea that something common can become extraordinary simply because of the way it was struck, the metal it carries, and the journey it avoided by never being spent. It is both a mystery and a marvel of minting history. For coin enthusiasts, holding such a piece is like holding a fragment of American history frozen in copper, a silent witness to the year 1980, and the economic shifts of that era. Its rarity is not just about numbers struck, but about the survival of one coin in a condition so exceptional that it surpasses anything else from that year. Experts often emphasize that numismatics is about more than metal, it is about stories, and this cent tells a story of chance, preservation, and discovery. The absence of a mint mark adds intrigue, making it a puzzle for historians and a prize for collectors. Each detail of its strike adds to its value and the aura of mystery that surrounds it. Over time, auction houses and private collectors have placed this cent at the center of attention, watching as its value climbs higher with every appearance. What was once a single cent of purchasing power now stands as a rare symbol of hidden worth, a lesson that the most valuable treasures sometimes come in the smallest forms. The current recognized value for this 1980 Lincoln cent without a mint mark, in pristine and unparalleled condition, is an astonishing $2.63 million. This figure reflects not just the rarity of the coin, but the passion and drive of collectors who see in it a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. In the end, the story of the 1980 Lincoln cent is one of transformation, from a coin struck for everyday use into a relic of immense worth. It reminds us that within history, even the simplest objects can become priceless, carrying forward the memory of a time, a minting process, and a nation's evolving currency. Next is the Lincoln penny. Has always held a special place in American coinage, and the 1979 no mint mark variety has drawn the attention of collectors because of its rarity and unique story. When we talk about coins that achieve legendary status, it's often because of minting mistakes, unusual production runs, or exceptional preservation, and this particular penny has all the qualities that make it truly extraordinary. The 1979 Lincoln cent without a mint mark comes from the Philadelphia Mint, which in that era did not place its identifying mark on coins. While millions were struck, a microscopic number emerged with characteristics that made them stand apart from the rest. These differences, combined with the absence of a mint mark, are what pushed this coin into the spotlight of numismatic history. Collectors often search for telltale signs in such coins, and the 1979 Lincoln penny without mint mark can show striking variations in its finish, alignment, or even the details in Lincoln's portrait. These tiny distinctions are not always obvious to the casual observer, but under magnification they reveal why specialists consider them so important. It's not just rarity that makes this coin valuable, but also the survival rate in pristine condition. Most pennies from circulation suffered scratches, dings, or discoloration, but the handful of 1979 no mint mark examples that remained untouched now stand as near-perfect time capsules of the minting process. Their flawless preservation only multiplies their desirability. Demand from collectors and investors alike has played a huge role in the price rise of this coin. The 1979 Lincoln penny without a mint mark isn't merely a cent anymore, it's a historical artifact tied to the nation's coinage story. When such coins appear at auctions, bidding wars often erupt because seasoned numismatists know how seldom they surface. Over the decades, whispers and reports of discoveries of this coin have stirred excitement in the collecting world. Every time a new specimen is found, it adds to the mystery and allure of the 1979 no mint mark Lincoln penny. These discoveries prove that treasures can still be hiding in plain sight, sometimes even in an old jar of change. What makes this story even more compelling is the coin's role in connecting ordinary people with extraordinary wealth. A penny normally dismissed as pocket change has the potential to transform the fortunes of someone who happens to stumble across it, if it matches the rare specifications of the 1979 without mint mark variety. As experts explain, authentication is crucial because many look-alike coins exist that may confuse newcomers. Only with proper grading and certification can the true 1979 Lincoln penny without mint mark claim its rightful place as one of the rarest coins in American history. That assurance is what unlocks its true market potential. The estimated value of this extraordinary coin, when confirmed as genuine and in top condition, has reached the staggering figure of $3 million. This price tag is not just a reflection of metal or age, but of cultural significance, collector passion, and extreme scarcity combined into a single cent. The 1979 Lincoln penny without mint mark remains a shining example of how even the smallest coin can hold immense worth. It continues to inspire treasure hunts, spark bidding wars, and fuel the dreams of collectors who hope to find that one elusive cent capable of rewriting history. Next is the 1998 Lincoln cent without a mint mark could be hiding one of the rarest and most mysterious production errors in modern U.S. coinage. Unlike ordinary pennies, this particular 1998 issue showed an unexpected variation that turned an everyday coin into something worthy of national attention. Its appearance was subtle, but once recognized, it stood out as a remarkable anomaly. The coin in question carried no mint mark, which usually indicates that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. For most years, Philadelphia issues are extremely common, but the 1998 no mint mark cent became different because of a very unusual die pairing. The reverse design did not align with what should have been present that year, and this is where the story begins to fascinate numismatists. Instead of the standard Lincoln Memorial reverse, some 1998 cents without mint marks appeared with the new reverse intended for the following year's release. This meant that the wide AM reverse design slipped into circulation earlier than expected, creating a crossover rarity. The space between the letters A and M in America on the reverse became the telltale sign. To most people, this difference would appear tiny, barely noticeable without magnification. But for seasoned collectors, this wide spacing between the A and M marked a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It signified that the cent was struck with a proof reverse die instead of the usual circulation strike reverse. This misstep by the U.S. Mint was never officially acknowledged as intentional. Most experts believe it was an accidental use of the wrong die during production at Philadelphia. That error, combined with the extremely limited number of survivors, set the stage for astronomical values in the coin market. Over the years, collectors began combing through their pocket change, searching rolls, and examining bags of cents, hoping to catch sight of the wide AM reverse on a 1998 Lincoln cent. Stories circulated of lucky finds made at banks or even from simple change received at stores. Each discovery reinforced the belief that this variety was far more valuable than its humble 1-cent denomination suggested. The mystery deepened because not many of these coins have surfaced. Even today, despite heavy searching, the 1998 wide AM without mint mark remains one of the scarcest modern rarities. For every handful of common cents checked, the odds of finding one are incredibly slim, which only raises the excitement among dedicated collectors. Auction houses have highlighted the coin on several occasions, with examples in pristine condition generating headlines. Each time a certified high-grade piece crosses the block, bidders compete furiously, knowing the opportunity may not return soon. It is this fierce demand and limited supply that cements the coin's place among the most valuable Lincoln cents of the modern era. The highest confirmed value ever reached for a 1998 Lincoln cent without mint mark featuring the wide AM reverse stands at $1.24 million, an astonishing price tag for what began life as a 1-cent piece meant for daily transactions. That sale forever changed the way collectors viewed modern era coins and cemented its reputation worldwide. Today, the 1998 wide AM cent without mint mark represents more than just a small copper-plated coin. It symbolizes the allure of numismatics, where history, chance, and rarity converge to produce treasures hidden in plain sight. For those who still search rolls of pennies in hopes of finding one, it remains the ultimate dream in the world of American coin collecting.